A pleasure, Tegan. The others are already inside. Let's not keep them waiting.
I, Yugiri of Doma, am honored to meet you at last, Your Grace. To mark this auspicious occasion, I should like to present to you the finest treasures our humble nation has to offer. Alas, the circumstances which have brought me here today have divested me of both time and dignity. I come before you as a pauper in direst need of aid, to request that you grant my people asylum.
I, Nanamo, 17th in the line of Ul, welcome you to our city. Be at ease, Lady Yugiri. Although I myself have heard the tale of your misfortune, I would ask that you recount it once more for the benefit of the others here present.
As you wish, Your Grace. For many years, my nation, Doma, suffered under the yoke of imperial rule, and my people yearned to be free. Thus, when a war of succession broke out in Garlemald, we sought to take advantage of the chaos and reclaim our liberty. Alas, our enemy proved less preoccupied than we had hoped, and our rebellion was put down in the most brutal fashion.
Those who survived, how many do they number?
More than 200 souls huddle within the cramped confines of our own galleon's hold. Yet this figure accounts for but one of a number of ships which escaped the purge. It is my hope that you will allow us all to dwell within your walls. Should that prove unfeasible, however, I humbly ask that you accept as many of my people as your resources allow. Pray understand, we do not beg a boon, but propose instead an arrangement. We would serve as soldiers or tradesmen until our debt is repaid.
What are the Syndicate's opinions on this matter?
I, for one, think it's a marvelous idea. Lady Yugiri and her people strike me as an industrious lot, and there are parts of the city which have yet to be fully restored. If they are willing to work, I see no reason not to let them.
The head of the Mirage Trust is not known for his generosity. He sees profit in this.
I agree. That said, these are foreign refugees. To admit them would require a formal resolution. Shall we call a vote?
The law is the law.
Lord Lolorito?
Tell me, are you blind or willfully ignorant? Even now, our streets are choked with the displaced victims of the Calamity and Alamigan refugees. They live hand to mouth, subsisting on aid provided by the immortal flames, the cost of which grows ever higher. The wealth of Ul'dah is not without limits, my friends. And need I remind you that these refugees are prone to violence and criminal activity? You have all read the reports, I think. Without homes or employment, it is only a matter of time before men grow desperate and take that which they imagine has been unjustly denied them. Yet, knowing this, you would have us swell their ranks. Mayhap you think the brass blades and the flames are not hard-pressed enough?
Some say the chairman of the East Aldenard Trading Company passes Gil thrice daily. This may explain how he came to be the wealthiest man in Ul'dah. Or it may simply be that he's ruthless beyond reckoning.
Surely the Sultanate can support the few hundred domins Lady Yugiri represents. That our resources have been taxed, I do not deny, but we are hardly in danger of financial collapse. I move that an exception be made.
An exception, Your Grace? I am suddenly reminded of a similar debate some years ago regarding a number of Alamigan refugees, if memory serves. What were your words that day? Yes, the law is the law, and so our visitors remained in Little Alamigo. Mayhap our wise and benevolent Sultana would be so good as to enlighten us as to which other of our laws should not be upheld.
Mind your tongue, Lolorito.
My lord, I share your concern for the welfare of our great nation, but we must endeavor to take a longer view. You know as well as I that people can be a resource still more precious than gil.
Precious or not, they were never yet so reliable. And unlike those who frequent your establishment, I have no desire to gamble with my future. Uldar's greatest asset is, and has ever been, her material wealth. We risk this at our peril. One need only look to Teleji Adeleji's example for evidence of the danger in allowing sentiment to dictate policy. How far the vaunted Mirage hath fallen, both in repute and profitability, since he began employing refugees.
How I choose to conduct my affairs is not your concern, my lord.
A proposal has been tabled. Given its urgency, I move we forego further debate and call a vote. To accept the Doman refugees or not. Those in favor, I bid you remain. Those opposed, I bid you leave.
Would that it were within my power to welcome you and your people, Lady Yugiri. As you have observed, however, my authority in such matters is regrettably limited. Without the consent of the Syndicate, I cannot act.
I understand, Your Grace, and I appreciate all that you have done on our behalf.
The nerve of the man! If that bastard had not forsaken the eastern trade route, Little Alamigo would now be thriving. Oh, that you should have traveled so far under such dire circumstances, only to be refused in this manner is utterly unconscionable. Pray, accept my sincerest apologies.
Now that the Empire no longer poses an immediate threat, they see little reason to maintain the pretense of unity. The Monitorists have grown especially defiant of late, Lord Lolorito most of all. But this is neither the time nor place for that discussion.
Ooh. Purple. Promises to keep. As you observed, Lolorito is not afraid to speak his mind, nor is he like to change it. Oft have I wondered how a man so skilled at weighing the worth of things should be so incapable of seeing the value in people. Ah, I will waste no more words on him, not when the Domans are yet in need of aid. Everyone, follow me to the Hall of Flames. Ow. I jump down and break my legs, and then heal myself and continue running. Also, my inventory is slowly starting to fill up with stuff. The Syndicate has spoken, and I see no point in moving the matter. No point in moving the matter be reconsidered. The Monitarists have made their position clear. Agreed. Uldar is not an option. Nor are Limsala, Minster, or Gridania, I judge, given the state of their internal affairs. It leaves our Doman friends confined to a ship. God, the thought of them huddled in an airless hold with no hope of better treatment. Would that I had more time to find an alternative, a place not bound by the concerns of the great nations. Midvillia? That is precisely what I wish to discuss. I understand the Syndicate's decision, I do. We all wish to preserve that which is ours, especially when we believe it to be under siege. But I cannot meekly accept this judgment, not while my people suffer. Would it be out of the question for the Sultanate to accept us for a limited time? A week, mayhap, or even just a few days? Excellent. I shall keep you informed. Lady Ugiri, I have a proposal, if you would hear it. Out with it, Master Alphino. The headquarters of my order, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, stands in a place called Revenant's Toll, an outpost in Mordona. Like most outposts, it is frequented by mercenaries and other men of action, and lacks the comforts of more well-established settlements. However, the leaders of Revenant's Toll have been doing their utmost to change that. To that end, I have need of able-bodied individuals willing to work as frontier hands. Hard labour, lest you doubt, with naught save food and shelter by way of reward. Terms not unlike those which you yourself proposed, Lady Ugiri. Though I will not hear a word said against our beloved Uldar, Revenant's Toll would offer certain advantages. The absence of unhelpful bureaucracy being the most obvious. If they can accommodate us all, we shall gladly accept. Master Alphino, once again I find myself in your debt. Pray do not thank me, my lady. The life your people go to is one of hard labour and few comforts, as I told you. And before that, there remains the matter of how they may safely be borne to Revenant's Toll, which will be no small feat considering the distance and their present condition. Mayhap the Uldan Adventurers Guild can be of assistance. Look for me there anon, Tegan. Lady Ugiri, if you and your people would accompany me, we may discuss what aid the Immortal Flames can provide. To the Adventurers Guild. Hello, Alphino. We are concerned that the Doman refugees may find the journey to Revenant's Toll too much to bear. Too long have they been sequestered aboard their ship, with insufficient supplies and scarce room enough to breathe, let alone stretch their limbs. With that in mind, Mistress Momodi has kindly offered to accommodate the Domans until such time as they are ready to set out for Mordona. Those healthy enough to travel will embark as soon as transportation has been secured, while those too weak to leave at once will be permitted to stay until they regain their strength. What news? Transportation remains our greatest obstacle, General. Is there aught the immortal flames can do? I fear that exceeds our mandate. Were it a smaller number, mayhaps it would go unnoticed, but the Syndicate will not bear the cost of escorting more than 200 Domans to Mordona. When government fails to act, the responsibility falls to us private citizens. I will engage the services of 77 caravans on the Doman's behalf. Very well. We should begin contract negotiations at once. Your generosity is most welcome, my lord. Did I do that in the correct voice? After all that has befallen these good people, it is the least I can do. Come what may, you shall ever have a friend in Aldar, Lady Yugiri. And you in Revenant's Toll, my lord. Well, it sounds like we all have our work to do. Lady Yugiri, let's put our heads together and settle the details of our arrangements, shall we? I would entrust the task of escorting our Doman friends to you. After you have rested your own road-weary legs, of course. What say you? Yeah, it works fine. Fending, slaying, aiming. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure at Vesper Bay, wherefrom they will be transported by carriage to Aldar. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Tegan, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. Whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hozan when you arrive. As Lady Yugiri tells it, he has been designated the leader of the first group. Greetings. Alphino informed me that the Scions have been arrived. That's completely the wrong kind of voice. I don't know. Greetings. Alphino has informed me that the Scions would be arriving to help with the preparations. I'm honoured to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. Aye, I knew from a glance what manner of woman you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many of our people. Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They are most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son Yozan. He can tell you more. Yours. Oh, hello there. I'm Yozan, son of Hozan. Will you be coming with us to Aldar? I hear we're travelling by horsebird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? giant birds that people ride like horses. I still want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide and seek. 3 players are still in hiding, and since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I bet you can find them in no time. Especially when I already know where they're hiding. Hey, you're not Yozan, who are you? I'm Kaharu. Taking Musne? I didn't know anyone else was... Wait a minute. You're one of those, Stallions, aren't you? No, Scions. Then you must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. Oh, right, it's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, Taking Moosin. No problem, hiding child. Bah. How'd you find me? Guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this. I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. Last one's over somewhere. Down here, isn't it? Are they around here somewhere? No. Maybe I am being stupid. Ah, behind the cart. Are you playing? No fair. Yozan didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to ride a horsebird carriage? I don't know, it sounds scary. But if Yozan says it's safe, I'll go. Oof. Lack of sleep and lack of eating is really making me sleepy. Wonderful. All the children are accounted hide and seek. I see that you are curious. It is quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri thought it best that the children know what to do in case of the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort in knowing that we are prepared. The first caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father Hermione, who was sat on that rock but now isn't, will be travelling in the lead carriage together with young Kahari, whom I believe you've met already. Though I understand the road to Uldar is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on our journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you are ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Oh, I'm yawning so much. Okay, I might take a brief pause here. I probably won't throw up the break screen, but I'm going to take a little bit of a pause. I'll throw some music up and do a couple of bits and pieces in an attempt to wake myself up for the next couple of hours so that I can then play less interrupted and spattered before actually going on break at 6. Okay. I have taken steps in an attempt to wake myself up more. And hopefully it will work, because we've got a little bit longer before break, and then hopefully eating a proper meal will wake me up. Actually. Eager to be off, are you? Aye, well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner from that blaze said we might have a problem. A fierce-looking beastie's been sighted south of the bridge of Tamalia. Might be as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him. Of course, but it don't pay to gamble in this business. Now I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot here's another story. So I was thinking you might go on ahead and have a quick look around. Make sure the area is safe like. And if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way's clear, meet us outside Horizon. The blades will tell me the road there's safe, so I reckon... The blades tell me the road there's safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Phew. That's all I have to say to that. No, I also realise I haven't even turned my cam back on. Don't worry, I'm still here. I was just sneaky. Being sneaky. Well done, Matilda. Sure took care of that beastie. Swoosh. Big swirly swoosh. Bit too big a swirly swoosh, I think. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Yep, was being the very operative, optimal word. Yeah. Well fought, madam, well fought. Ah, only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pray my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had we been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have been very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are forever lost to us. Lost but not forgotten. Lady Yugiri's kinsmen, at least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life. All this and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, Father, to she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Except it never does, because it's an MMO and we can't have the town changing repeatedly. Hey, Miss Tegan. Kaharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. Sure. So, you like roses? I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything. But don't they grow in lots of places? Well, I don't know. Maybe they're not. But I think I understand. I mean, they're nice and everything. But don't they grow in lots of places? Well, I don't know. Maybe they're not. But don't they grow in lots of places? 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 But don't they grow It's my turn now, Miss Tegan. I've got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? Hmm. A bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. You mean there's lots of people there who are just as strong as you? Oh, I can't wait. Enough, Kaharu. It's my turn again. Miss Tegan, when I'm older, I want to be an adventurer. I want to be as strong like you. What do I have to do? Promote Rowena. Buy weapons from her. Definitely don't get this Moogle staff that I got. Seek out new adventures and experiences. Of course. To be a better adventurer, you need to go adventuring. All right. That's enough of. That's enough questions for Miss Tegan. That's not fair. Why did Yoden get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? No. You're taller than I am. Really? And I will. Thanks for the advice, Miss Tegan. I won't forget it. I'm going to be an adventurer too. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an adventurers guild for Domans. We'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Miss Tegan and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, just like Miss Tegan and Lady Yugiri. We can talk more about this in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Sure. Oh god, more questions. I should have said no. Luckily, it's only a short ride to Revenant's Toll. Never mind, it's a very long ride. Oh, we were literally going to here. I would have just walked. We could have no at the quicksand. Level 54 still. Still got lots of progress to make. But then I think these quests aren't actually getting me any XP, they're just getting me money and stuff. Ah, Tegan. I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No. I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to Revenant's Toll forthwith. It is past time Lady Yugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanlan which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slafborn upon your arrival. He's the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Ugiri to Minfilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, Tegan. Go to Revenant's Stall. Simple enough. EP head. I agree. EP head. And this must be the esteemed Lady Ugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends and bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you do not find our dearth of fineries off-putting. Poor though we may seem, we have a wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they're willing to earn their keep, of course. We are no strangers to hard work, Master Slafborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Oh, not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand, I give the same speech to all new arrivals. And you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We're both frontier hands, as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Slafborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. 7 hells, Tegan, why are you wasting time with me? See them to the Rising Stones. You're the most important person here, Slafborn. Clearly. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me, I require a moment to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. We shall join you in the Rising Stones anon. Anon. Enter the Solar. It's no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldessian continue to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded naught. We will persevere, of course, yet within our hearts the truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of that which we already know. How fare the Domans? I am given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhaps you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threats remained unresolved. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees. Not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Yugiri is here. Please show her in. I should very much like to meet her. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady. But are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event that Revenant's toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it has been a pleasure, Antecedent. Alas, we must take our leaves, as the first carriages are due to arrive at any moment. Should you require aught else, I pray speak to Slathborn. Lady Yugiri, Tegan. Larmin and I will make all the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit that I am still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Ishtola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon arrival.